Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And yes, if this video can get to 1500 likes today, we are giving away 100 XRP. And all you have to do to enter is make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. Having said that, man oh man, has it been a powerful day in the crypto space. Starting it off, Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, says Ethereum will scale 100 times before Ethereum 2.0 is actually even deployed. So as you most likely already know, Ethereum is going through a process where they are going from the Ethereum it is right now, a proof of work, to Ethereum 2.0, which is a proof of stake. Buterin revealed in a recent interview that Ethereum scaling will take a turn soon as Optimism rolls out its Layer 2 solution, enabling Ethereum to scale by a factor of 100. He is also optimistic about the merging of Ethereum 1 and Ethereum 2, as well as the continued progress in Layer 1 and Layer 2 scaling solutions. So, in my opinion, all his statements, they don't really have too much validity in them unless you look at them from the core of why he says something like that. I mean, if a Charles Hoskinson, if a Brett Garlinghouse, if a Vitalik Buterin says, oh, we can go times 100 soon, that doesn't do anything. Unless you really look at what they're talking about. And in this case here, or sense here, he actually has quite a good point because of the upgrade, which we talked about on 5 Minute Crypto and on the channel before. The thing that Ethereum ecosystem is the most excited about is something called rollups. And rollups are really powerful because they can support not just payments. They can support the full generality of applications, exactly the same applications that you can run directly on the Ethereum blockchain itself. But if you do those things inside of a rollup, they become 100 times cheaper. And so with the rollups, as I mentioned, the Optimism fully EVM capable Ethereum virtual machine is likely to launch, an initial being that release in around a month or so. Once more, they have some scaling, and, well, it is really the truth though. There's some backing to his story, basically. Having said that, MoneyGram now added by Binance P2P for crypto trading after parting ways with Ethereum. So Binance, Binance has picked them up and is like, damn, we're not going to let that go to waste, which I think is interesting. Binance has just announced in a blog post that it has expanded the number of payment options for buying and selling crypto for its clients in the Arab world, adding a former Ripple partner, MoneyGram. And I'm really wondering, guys, was this because Ripple let go of them, or was this because they were going to do this anyway? I have no idea. I think it's going to be almost impossible to find out, but it is definitely interesting. Maybe Binance was just lurking and waiting for Ripple to officially end it, because realistically here, it's like Ripple ends the partnership, boom, day afterwards they're like, whoa, well, Binance arranged something, which must mean that Binance has been in the talks for some longer, but maybe they couldn't do this until everything was sorted with Ripple, and that's what they discussed with MoneyGram. Right? I'm not exactly sure, but that's the way it's kind of looking like, because otherwise you can't just roll out something like this in a day or so. The news from Ripple, let's see exactly when it came in. The news came in right around the 8th, 9th even. Yeah, the 9th it came in. That isn't the way. Moving on, I had a ton of stuff open, but I guess this is not necessarily anything. Oh yeah, I just wanted to talk about this tweet here. Shout out to the random dudes on YouTube in Q1 of 2017 talking about XRP going to $1 when it was sub 1 cent. Lol, I remember you. Guys, let me know down below when you found the channel. Alright, let me know when you found the channel. We've been talking about crypto daily since 2017, and it's been a journey. But I love it. I love the freaking journey. Let me know down below when you joined the channel too. Also, go check out GSX. It is the first gold-backed crypto, and there's just a couple of days of this sale left. Right now, there's a 8% buying bonus plus a 5% bonus for using my link, and it's just 10 cents a pop. But again, soon this is going to be over, and the real thing I'm hoping for is like a big times 25 or times 40. That's again what I'm hoping for. Can I get that? Not too sure, but I'm definitely hoping for it. And I know very well that it could be a 0%er. It could be a times 2. It could be a almost nothing, but I'm hoping for it because the initial sale, and it's a completely new idea. Growth coin, which is basically a better form of stablecoin, and a gold-backed coin with real gold mining. It's interesting in my opinion. Then Ripple ends YouTube lawsuit over XRP giveaway scams, says CEO. I briefly talked about this yesterday night, or this night I should actually say, but I still think I can elaborate on it just a little bit, because Ripple has explained how they cannot give any more details on it, right? But I didn't explain that perfectly yesterday in the video itself. So what happened is Ripple filed a lawsuit against YouTube, and Steve Wozniak and some of those guys actually joined the lawsuit. But after a little while, we already saw that it was kind of dismissed, basically. I don't know if the whole lawsuit was officially dismissed, but what we saw was that their case wasn't given the attention that they wanted, and YouTube was basically not really up for their comment, right? YouTube wasn't really interested in getting all this through. But now, Brad Garlinghouse posted on Twitter saying, last year, Ripple and I sued YouTube for failing to enforce its own policies by allowing fake accounts, impersonating my own and Ripple's verified accounts, to conduct XRP giveaway scams. We've now come to a resolution to work together to prevent, detect, and take down these scams, which really make me wonder if all those scams in the comment section are also going to go. Not too sure about that. Garlinghouse suggested progress was being made, but that social media sites still had a responsibility to lead the cleanup of their own platforms. Garlinghouse wrote, social platforms are starting to acknowledge their role in allowing crypto scams to persist and recognize we need to be part of the solution. Some, like XRP Forensics, are helping detect/track stolen funds, but platforms still need to lead the charge, or it's still a whack-a-mole. And a little bit later, he said also that right now, the way it's going, he cannot give any further info on the lawsuit because, well, they cannot talk about it just quite yet, but there is something going on. And the way it is going right now, I think they got something very juicy coming up. However, I am a little bit afraid, honestly, that this will also mean a lot of just good YouTube channels are going to be taken down by accident, because YouTube's going to be like fraudulent activity or something like that, and boom, it's just going to take them out of the air. Or if you cover some crazy giveaways, I'm not sure exactly what, or some crazy price prediction in your thumbnail, that you're just going to be hunted down, all right? I'm a little bit afraid of that, but in the end of things, you can't really, you got to pick and choose, right? You can't have everything. And from that perspective, I am quickly telling you guys to go check out and follow 5 Minute Crypto. It is basically going to act as a backup to DustDBC, because what if the channel just gets taken down, right? Go sub to this one. There's just 5-minute updates every couple of days or so. Just go check it out. It is going to be worth it. Then, Jeremy Hogan, the Ripple XRP lawyer, and just a lawyer in general, or attorney I should say, said, 3 quick thoughts on this. And what this means is SEC v Ripple, hashtag XRP community, SEC response to letters from defendants. So I haven't actually read through all of this just quite yet, because again, you gotta, I guess you gotta sometimes have some time to do all that type of stuff, and this is taking more time than I have in a day. But let's quickly see here. SEC came back and said, Dear Judge Torres, right? Why is this? Well, we'll see in just a second. Ripple's fair notice defenses are legally improper, which is basically them trying to crack that down. We talked about that a little bit earlier. And I think, oh yeah, we got another one. The SEC's proposed scheduling order. That's 2 things. Well, the order here, you can see a little bit at the bottom, because the individual defendants' proposed motions to dismiss and the SEC's proposed motion to strike overlap as these fair notice issues, the SEC respectfully proposes a schedule where the parties file opening briefs simultaneously. Within 30 days of Ripple's response to this letter, approximately April 19th, 2021, that the parties' opposition to the motions be due approximately 30 days thereafter, or May 19th, and replies 14 days thereafter. So we got some new dates to be excited for this whole lawsuit, yet that's not the most important thing, right? It is Jeremy Hogan. He says, you attack first what you're most scared of, right? Finland law, defense lawyer, firmer. Ooh, maybe it's actually him who filed the lawsuit officially. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not sure exactly where to check either. Again, this is not really my field, right? Jorge G. Tenrero. Let's quickly see at the top here. Maybe we'll see a name. United States District Judge. No. Brookfield Palace. No, I'm not seeing anything regarding him on here. Maybe it's just a normal lawyer here as well who's given his opinion on it, and he's just replying to him. I'm not too sure about that. It doesn't really matter too much either way, because Jeremy Hogan replied and said, 3 quick thoughts on this. 1, the SEC wants to remove Ripple's fair notice defense because they are worried about it. 2, it would be a blow to Ripple if it is removed. 3, the SEC wants it done quick because there are facts they don't want to come out in discovery. And now I'm going to quickly tell you guys, if you want more info on this, I am not your guy. I'm going to do all my digging that I can, and I will definitely talk about the Jeremy Hogan video as it comes out. But the way it stands right now, it's not officially out just quite yet. The last time I checked, but maybe in a couple of hours from now, so maybe a little bit later tonight, I'll actually give you guys an update. We'll see. But it's very important that we keep ourselves updated with this lawsuit because, hey, well, that's where our money basically is. If Ripple wins this lawsuit, I really firmly believe we might be able to 10x our money in a day or two. But that's all up to Ripple and all up to the SEC and all up to the process. Then I want to talk about this one a little bit later, so let's just skip on that one for right now. XRP price prediction, panic as XRP hangs on the edge of a high cliff. What I've also noticed is they're trying to put some fear into our asses. All right, they really are pushing this fearful approach where it's like, oh, be afraid of Ripple, be afraid of XRP. It's so scary right now. Panic, panic, panic. There's not really that much panic, to be honest. The price is going down a little bit, but that could also be because of first volume manipulation, but also because of all the fear that these parties are all bringing into it. Because honestly, guys, they're trying to push XRP down, logically speaking, all right? They're trying, but why? SEC accuses Ripple of diverting court's attention with legally improper defenses. Once more, it's interesting. We'll cover this a little bit further, though, later as I really dive a little bit deeper into all of it. All I know for right now, though, is we have a couple of dates. How interesting are they? Not too sure. We're going to have to wait for some more information to come out because I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a tax guy. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a legal advisor. Jeremy Hogan said the SEC is going to ask the court to strike Ripple's due process / fair notice defense. If the court agrees, it's taken out as a defense. That would suck for Ripple, suck being legal jargon, of course, which means this would be detrimental, most likely. A Dingo says, this letter is hilarious. The SEC argues that they have no responsibility to warn industry participants. They might be breaking the law, even if they're asked, and a reasonable person with questions should just look up 70-year-old security laws and stick a thumb in the wind. Yeah, well, that's the way it's going right now, all right? We can't really do too much about that. That's the way it's going right now. But rather than acknowledge its own obligation to follow the law, Ripple instead posits that the SEC staff has no obligation to affirmatively warn industry participants about violations of other participants, which is mostly the basis of what Ripple ended in their amended complaint response, which was that the SEC should have let them know. Then, let's see. Mark Mobius says, I fear of a decline in the Bitcoin price. The veteran investor said a fall in the Bitcoin price could drag down the stock market, and that is something I really want to know from you guys too. What do you think about this? I mean, honestly, I've been thinking for a little while. I think the stock market keeps taking down Bitcoin. If the stock market does well, then Bitcoin does well / crypto. But how could it also work adversely, where if Bitcoin goes down like crazy or the crypto market corrects, that stocks were to follow? I mean, from a certain perspective, it should be able to, because the amount of money that's in there and that could be lost in a split second could also have some effect. But I'm also on a different end thinking, well, the amount of money that's lost in stocks in a snap like that is just so much more severe than is lost with a little crypto crash that maybe it doesn't really do anything. However, if we're talking about an 85% or so decline in price or a huge crash, then really maybe, yeah. But why would that happen though? Why would a crash like that happen if people didn't lose their faith because of something happening in the stock market? I honestly think, though, that we're not going to see a really detrimental crash happening anymore in the near future. Again, crypto will keep correcting every so often. It has to happen. But I'm talking about a huge correction, just going towards 10,000 or so. I'm not really seeing that in the near future at all. Again, it has to happen eventually, but I'm not sure when. And side note, guys, once more, check out GSX because, well, as I said before, I'm personally putting a couple $1,000s into it. And go subscribe to 5 Minute Crypto. And that was it for today. We're still looking out for these dates right now. That's all we're waiting for. Or a video with an update as to what is happening. I will update you guys a little bit later today with what I found out about this new document. I'm going to have to read through it as well. I see now that it's only a 4-5 page document, like all of them are, like the 4 pages long. So I can quickly go do that after this video. And I'll give you some updates. However, we've seen before, me reading through this, what can I do, right? All I can do is just give you an explanation as to what I think. But we've noticed before, it's all legal talk. This is not our game. leave this up to the professionals who know their game, know their stuff, and let's just wait for all that type of stuff. Because in the end, even what he says is not going to be too important, honestly. He can say a lot of stuff, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's just to give us an interpretation of what's going on inside this legal battle, so we might be a little bit more secure about our investments or our current stance of things. In the end though, guys, I've said it before, I don't think it matters too much what happens in the lawsuit because, well, think about it. Even if we discuss everything, the SEC still has their own agenda, Ripple still has their own agenda. They'll fix it with or without our interference. So, yeah, I mean, if we update ourselves, it's just nice, but I mean, if you're just a holder anyway, the whole process here, it doesn't matter too much as long as Ripple is looking good to win. That might change a little bit though. We're getting a little bit of a scare attack here. And though I'm not too worried about it. Let me know down below if you are worried, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video.